Hi guys, welcome back. So today's video is basically going to be a story time. Now if you've seen my previous story time, you will realize that I just don't have good luck when it comes to journeys in 2020. To be honest, my previous experiences on the flight have always been so amazing, but this year every flight I've been on has just been like crazy. So it all started when I was going to Pakistan for my wedding in February, and Anissa and everyone, my whole family were traveling. There was like 25 of us in total. But for some reason, the seats were separated. So I was with Anissa like in some next, like, you know, box. Like my family was in the box ahead, and then I was in some next box. So if you guys have been on those larger planes, you'll see that they have 3 seats in the middle, and then there's like a 2 rows, like walking rows, and then aisles, and then on the near the window there's another 3 seats. So we were in the middle. Now in the middle it's me on the right side, Anissa in the middle, and then some next random guy on the left side, and then there's 2 rows on both sides, on the left and right. So I'm sitting there and I'm like dying from thirst. I'm like proper dying from thirst, because I think we had to wait like really long for something was wrong with the, I don't know, the plane or whatever, and we were waiting for like so long. And if you guys don't know, I took my entire wedding wardrobe, gifts, everything in hand luggage, because there was so many of us. Even the kids, like they were holding my wedding shoes, someone's holding my husband's wedding shoes, someone's holding my brother's holding my Valima outfit, I'm holding my bridal outfit, like everyone was, Anissa was holding my jewelry. So we were so tired. Now when we sat down, I was dying from thirst, and I'm like, I'm really thirsty, and he's like, just ask them for water. So I was like, yeah, okay, fine. Like I get really like shy asking for stuff. I just like doing it myself. I was like, okay, fine, because I was completely dying. So I'm on the right side now, and on the left aisle there's an air hostess. So I was like, excuse me, and she can hear me. I know she can hear me, but you know when you can tell from someone's face, like they're trying to like completely block your voice out. So she was like serving someone else, and she's like and acting like she can't hear me when I'm just literally behind her. Like I'm right behind you, like why can you not hear me? And so I kind of noticed that she was trying to like avoid me. So I was like, whatever, okay, you know what, I don't even want water. After like 20 minutes, I was sitting there like a dry desert skeleton. So Nisa's like, babe, just get some water, you're gonna die. So I was like, okay, fine. So I'm waiting, and then this man comes on the right side. He's a bit elderly, and I'm like, excuse me, and he blanked me, and I'm looking at Nis like, am I dead? Like, why are these people? I feel like, you know that movie Ghost? I don't know if you guys have seen it, but when the husband dies and he's screaming like, ah, and like no one can hear him. No one can hear him. So I was that guy, and I'm like, and even Nis is looking at me like, what the hell? Like, why are they all blanking you? So I got really annoyed at this point. So I was like, excuse me. And then he's like, he looked at me, and I was like, can I get some water, please? And he was like, you will have to wait till takeoff. And I'm looking at him like, you look like you're gonna die in 1 second. Are you even gonna be able to take off? Like, don't tell me to wait till takeoff when you're not even gonna last till takeoff. So I was like, flipping ugly, but okay, whatever. So I left it, and I'm waiting now, like we can take off, and then they can give me some water. So we're sitting there, and then later on, so then the flight took off and everything, and then I called him again. Like, first of all, you know I need water. Just bring me the damn water. Like, what? How many times I have to call you? Because you never listen. I'm literally sitting there humiliating myself. So he came past, and I was like, excuse me, can I get that water, please? Like, really nicely. And I'm thinking like, let me just be polite, because you know, guys, the thing with me is I'm never rude to help ever, but when it involves food, I'm never ever rude, because the ball is in their court, you know. Like, yeah, I'm ordering this cuisine and that, yeah, but if they spit in it or put their hair in it or anything, you know, anything, people are disgusting, it's over for me. So I don't mess with these people, because I need to not mess with them, because whatever they're giving me is going to go inside my body. So I was like, hey, excuse me, can you please get me some water, please, Your Majesty? So guy was like, yes, I will bring it for you. So he went, yeah. And I'm like, thank God. He comes back with the water, and he gave me the water, and I drank it, and I was like, okay, cool, like it's fine now, like I'm relaxed now. So after about I think it was an hour and a half or something, they started giving dinner. Because if you know, PIA flights are normally in the evening, and they take off like around 7, so dinner served like around 8:30. So they start coming with the food, and the food comes, and the guy is coming down my aisle, and that woman is coming down Anissa's aisle. So the thing is, yeah, Anissa was in the middle of the middle. So no one is really assigned to her. Like, I mean, you're there for help. If anyone asks you, like, you should help them anyway. But I think they have this way of working where they split the box in half. So you serve half and I serve half. But Anissa was in the middle. So she was getting all the perks, and I was like this peasant on the side of her, like some, you know, those stray dogs with no respect. So the woman is coming down, and this guy is like on the other side of the universe. Like, he's so I think because he was like really old. Like, he was like really old. Like, he was so old that, you know, when I was calling him and he couldn't hear me, I thought it's because he couldn't actually hear me. Like, he couldn't like actually hear. Like, that's the doubt I had. That's how old he was. So she's coming down, and she gives the food to that man. She gives the food to Anissa, and I'm looking at her, and like, because this guy's on the other side of flipping Mercury. So I'm looking at her like, me too, you know, like we're family. Like, don't you feel like if you're serving my sister, you should be serving me too? But whatever. So she just left it, and I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, and then, so the thing is, my food didn't come yet, but niece wanted the guy next to her got some next dessert. I think he got chocolate cake or something, and she got, you know, these other cake things with the yellow color in it and stuff. She didn't want that, so she was like, oh, I don't want this, I want that. Why didn't I get that? And I was like, oh, let me ask her for you. I don't know why I'm acting bad when you guys know, like, I'm like sitting there shivering when I have to ask for water. So I was like, I'm not even asking for, so I'm asking for her cake here. Like, you served her, so she's your like responsibility. So I was like, excuse me. Like, I didn't even say anything. All I said is, excuse me. And she turned around, she's like, aapki service us taraf hai. And I was like, that basically means your service, whatever you require, comes from that side. So I was like, okay, can I not ask a question? I could be asking anything right now. And I was like, no, can she get chocolate cake instead of the blah blah? And she just made this entire dog face. She was like, and then she like changed it, and she gave her the cake, and then she took it back. So I was like, okay, you're disgusting, but okay, whatever. So now it's 2051, and my guy's finally made it to my row now, and he's serving me, and I'm like, I think he asked what drink, and I was like, oh, can I have Coke? And so I'm like, yeah, can I have Coke please? And then I'm talking to Nisa about something, and this guy, I turned around, and the Coke, like, he's still not giving my drink, so I'm waiting. I'm like, excuse me, can I have Coke please? So he's not even looking at me, guys. He's looking at someone. He's like, "Hamare paas khatam ho gaya," or something like that. I don't know what he said, yeah. And like, I'm here. His back is, he's talking to me like from his back. He's like, "Hamari brother khatam ho gaya," and I'm like, so like, I mean, okay, if something is finished, like, you're supposed to say, oh, sorry, like, you know, the Coke is finished. Would you like something else? All his bum is saying to me is, Coke is finished. That's it. So I'm waiting for him to turn. I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm talking to his bum now. Can I have water, please? So he's poured the water, and he just put it on my thing, and he just walked, and I'm like, did I stab your mum? Like, why are you so angry at me? Did I cheat on you? Like, what is your problem? Like, why are you so mad at me? So now food is finished and stuff. They've come and taken the trays and everything. And funny thing is, when she came to take the trays, for some reason now my tray was her service, but whatever. So then I gave her my tray, and she took it. And now tea time is coming. So this woman my guy is still in 1971, you know, getting the tea, and Anissa's woman is here now, and she's pouring the tea. And like, my cup, I have my cup, but like, you know, I don't have the tea. And the thing is, the guy is so fun. I was dying for tea at this point, because if you guys know, I'm like a tea addict, and it's just like, I want tea. So she comes, and I'm like, so I got my cup, and I was like, you know, she took Anissa's cup, and I'll go, oh, can you give? I'm like being polite. I'm like, oh, can you give? I'm like, oh, can you give? Like, I haven't finished my sentence, and guys, I swear to God, she was like this. She goes, basically trying to say your service is over there. She actually did that, guys. She didn't even talk. She was like, is this legal? Like, can you even talk to me like that? So I was like, and niece was like, I think even people around were probably like everyone was like, I know you're like. So that happened, and I was in shock at this point. At this point, I was in shock. So I was like, fine, ugly. So then I sat there and I'm just waiting for this, you know, this grave to come. So the grave is not coming. It's been like 20 minutes. Niece has finished her tea. The grave is not coming. So now at this point, I'm like, you know what? I know she's going to disrespect me again. I know I'm going to be humiliated. I know I don't have self-respect on this train. I mean, on this plane anyway. At this point, no one respects me. So if I lose more respect, does it really matter? So I was like, so that woman is coming, the sign language. And I'm like, so now I'm thinking, let me just say it really nicely, you know, like, I've been nice all this time, but let me say it nicely again. So I was like, at this point I changed my tone and everything. I was like, excuse me, like, excuse me. And she turned around and I was like, can you give me tea? Because, again, I've not finished my sentence. And she's like, आपकी service instead of it. And I got so, at this point, I lost it. And I was like, yeah, but he's not coming. Like, I literally said, I go, yeah, but he's not coming. Like, he's not here. So what do you want me to do? And then she saw my face and she's like, she's like, okay. And then she walked off, yeah. Guys, she come back. And at this point, niece like, well done, babe. I'm really proud of you. Like, well done. Like, you know. And I'm thinking, no, I had enough of these people. Like, that's it. You know what? I'm going to swing for people now. So this woman can't, like, I'm talking to niece like here, yeah. She normally comes from that side, innit? Like the right side, the left side, sorry. So I'm talking to niece like, all the stuff here. And suddenly, guys, I'm sitting here. She comes. I didn't even realize that she came because she didn't even come the full way. So my table is here. This is what she did. Let me show you. So she came, yeah. She came. She's like, my table is here. She's like, Leanyu. And she went, Leanyu means I've brought it. So she goes, Leanyu. And she went. And I am sitting there in shock now. Like, I was like, you're supposed to bring the tea with like the sugar and the milk and everything. Like, she just put the water in there and there was nothing in there. The sugar comes with the thing, but they give you the milk. Something like that. No, the milk. No, I didn't have anything because, you know, they had taken the trays and, you know, the gravy didn't come and stuff. So I had nothing. So she just gave me this black water. And when I looked at the black water, guys, it was like foamy on the top. Not even foamy, like, you know, like spitty, like it was not hot. Like, you know, hot water is meant to be clear, and even when it's very hot, it just gets like this, like, really even layer on top, like very even. But there was like this something on the top, and I looked at her, and niece looked at her, and I was like, is this like okay? And she was like, yeah, I mean, I don't think she could have done anything. I don't think she would. And I go, well, I mean, she'd act like I stabbed her whole family. So, I mean, I don't really know. And then I was like, you know what? I had enough being humiliated. I'm just going to say Bismillah. And I'm going to drink this spit tea. So now I have no milk and sugar. And I go, babe, please, can you please ask them? Because for some reason, you have more respect than me. So she was like, okay, let me ask. So the woman came. No, the woman didn't come. At this point, the man came. Finally, he came at his grave. So I was like, excuse me. And, you know, I was like, can I just have some milk and sugar, please? And he came and he gave it without, like, destroying me. So he gave it to me. And then I just mixed it and I drank it. And guys, I don't want to say this because I really don't want to believe this myself. But that tea, like, spit doesn't really have a taste with the sugar and everything probably mixed, but I know what I saw on top. Like, it wasn't phlegmy, but it was spitty. Like, you could tell that this was not just hot water and a tea bag. Like, I'm very sure, but I really don't want to believe it, but I'm sure she spat in it, and I don't know why. Like, I'm a good person. I'm going to get married. Like, do I really need this? Do I really need to slap someone before I go and get married? Like, do I really need to do this? So I fell asleep, and when I woke up, the first thing I see is the trolley was right next to me. So I was like, oh wow, like, oh my god, am I in an ultra universe? And I looked at him and I was like, hi. And then he's like, oh, what do you want? What do you want? And I was like, yeah, can I have that? And then he's like, would you like blah blah? And I was like, yeah. And then it was like, well, fine. They were just all normal. Like, well, he was all normal. She was still being, you know, but he was all normal and he was serving me. No, I was still traumatized from this lady. Like, whenever she was coming, I was just like I didn't want to make eye contact with her because I just had a feeling that I've just had intercourse with her. Like, she's literally spatting my tea. Like, I've just had a baby with her. So basically, in the end, I was avoiding her, and at this point, even Anissa was trying to avoid her. Anissa was trying to get my man to serve her, and to be honest, my man was really good on the side. Like, he was even serving her. Like, he wasn't like, service or that. Like, you know, he wasn't doing none of that. So in the end, it was okay. Like, we got off the plane all alright, but this was my plane journey, and I still think about it to this day. And if you guys do not know, PIA has actually been closed down, I think, for the past like 4 or 5 months now, because a lot of people were found on their database that had not actually done any training. They had not actually had the correct qualifications. Well, maybe you should ask me. I am here as a witness that they did not have the qualifications, and they had started an investigation because of this, and now PIA is like completely closed down. I don't know if it's closed down permanently, but until they can prove, like, you know, that the qualifications and experience for all on-flight members, then they're closed. And now I just want to say, if you're watching this video, hope you're having fun at home, you know, servicing no one, because to be honest, you're not capable. And if you did spit in my tea, then cool, innit? Cool. But yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my pain and this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.